What is going on, traders? Welcome back to Mr. Bagel's channel for trading update and analysis. Once again, if you do enjoy today's content, please make sure you remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, because every day we have so much information to share with you guys that's going to help you with your trading. Now, let's talk about what happened on Friday. It was a sea of red. Non-farm payroll came out very, very hot. Yields skyrocketed. Stocks completely decimated. So what really happened, and we're at the end of the week. What opportunities that we can be considering, that we can look at going forward for the next week. Now, let's look at, we always talk about the importance of looking at S&P and VIX and also your Nasdaq and also the futures. Let's take a look at S&P. Obviously, we're in a downward channel. We just closed the gap over here, and it looks like we are, yeah, it's just really, really bad. I think there's more downside to go, because you will argue and say, yeah, we made a low, bounced back, and then we made another lower low, but we found buying afterwards. I don't think you can assume the same thing is going to happen again on Monday, just because look at this. Look at the volume. Very, very weak on the selling side, that is. Very good wick. Some bears were capitulating over to the upside and then found another resistance, and we sold down, and non-farm payroll just did the thing, right? So we made another lower low. But look at this, the volume is really bad, and there's no wick here, not like this. It was just selling, no bid whatsoever during the session. So even if we open gap down on Monday, I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit of weakening selling pressure. Still a possibility that we can have a little bit of dead cat balance on Monday, but yeah, we are in a correction territory, and it is not looking good, guys. But that doesn't mean there is no opportunities that we can be looking at. Let's look at, yeah, if you're looking at the futures market, it's pretty much the same thing. It is just really, really weak. Looking at the VIX, if you have been following the channel in the last couple of weeks, you know that we have been talking about the VIX almost every day, exactly every day. And we talked about, because unlike the Japanese yen trade, the VIX shoot up very dramatically and it just went down. And then the bull market continued, right? But this time it is a little different, because we found support on the VIX just a few days after the volatility event. And we have obviously been making higher highs and higher lows. So this is not good. Compare this with what we have just seen with S&P. This is not great. It looks like VIX wants 20. All right. It did hit 20 on Friday. Um, right now it's a big unknown. Usually when VIX do this, we can expect a little bit of, you know, decrease on the VIX, and then potentially make another new high. So right now the market is really, really bad. Let's talk about what we talked about in our previous video, that we were bullish on Palo Alto. Palo Alto did very, very nicely. Consider the entire market was down. It was holding up very, very nice, right? So if you want to find out how we knew about this trade, you can check out our previous video. We talked about this in depth, that it was looking very, very nice with very nice risk reward. But with the market being in the state as it is today, I would kind of rethink about this. I'm still very bullish on Palo Alto in the next couple of weeks, but I don't think all-time high is going to happen anytime soon. So if I do decide to take out this trade, I will notify that on the channel. But Friday, that was a pretty nice trade. And also Applied Material, we did mention that Applied Material was looking nice, but it would be determined by non-farm payroll. If the number was bad, and it was, this would have a break of structure. So Applied Material broke the trend line, very high volume on the downside. We did close above 20 days moving average, but this is, in my opinion, no longer a really good long setup. if you do decide to take loan on any semiconductor name, I would go with Qualcomm. The reason for that is it's also very good. If you're looking at monthly, if you're looking at weekly, we've been doing nothing for a few months and then very good volume that we can conclude and say, yeah, the selling has been concluded. Now we are ready to move to the upside, and we are not even near at the end of the month just yet, but we have already made higher highs and higher lows on the monthly. If you're looking at the daily, the volume on Friday was really low, 6.24 million compared to 7.73 million previously. I think that's really good. That is telling you that, and by the way, very good wick. The low point was 155. We closed just about $157. So that is telling you how can Qualcomm have such low volume on non-farm payroll day? Because no one's doing anything, right? S&P was dumping, Nasdaq was dumping, and Semi was dumping, but no one was targeting individually at Qualcomm as a short. You can really see that on the volume here as well. So Qualcomm looking very nice. If we going over to hourly, yeah, I mean this would be more convincing if we can close above these moving averages. But right now, this trade is with very nice risk reward. I think it's probably one of the stronger semi names going into next week. We obviously also talked about potentially shorting Tesla. It did make a new low during the session, but yeah, but now we're still above this trend line. I don't think Tesla is a clear short right now, but it is definitely not looking very nice. Tesla right now, yeah, if you made a short for your day trading and then took a profit on the session, props to you, very nice. It was obviously day trading heaven on Friday, but right now there's not a lot of read on Tesla. I wouldn't do anything here. But Visa, come on guys, it was a really nice short. Not sure if any of you took a short on this name, but expect more downside to come. All right. Even if you just want to open the short now, I think you still can. Can we close the gap? I think there is a really high possibility because we just broke the structure, and I don't even think it's necessary to going over to the weekly. Yeah, it's really really bad. Okay, I don't think we will find any support before 20 weekly moving average here at $300. So yeah, Visa looking good. Palo Alto still looking good. One other name I wanted to mention was Lululemon. Just look at this. Come on, weekly we have made higher highs and higher low. 6.84 million as compared to 4.67 million volume previously. All the bulls came out this week for Lululemon. We can also look at the daily. Yeah, higher highs and higher lows and very good volume as well. Previously on Wednesday, we had just below a million volume, and on Friday, we had 1.32 million. This is another long setup. Aside from Palo Alto, we can be looking at going into next week. It is looking really, really nice. And if S&P can have a dead cat bounce, potentially for a couple days just to retest on the upward trend line, then this thing can really take off, right? So is Palo Alto. So yeah, market is really really bad right now. I think it's easier to be a bear than being a bull. On Monday, we don't know what's gonna happen. If gap down, I wouldn't be surprised. If we go up, please make sure you take your profit accordingly because I don't think there's that much upside to go. And our loan candidates, obviously Qualcomm, Palo Alto. We don't know what Tesla is right now. If something changes, we will notify that on the channel. Lululemon, obviously, looking as good as ever. For the short candidates, you want to be considering Visa. And Speaking of Visa, let's also take a look at MX. Yeah, just as bad, right? But I would really take a short on Visa, maybe both, because they are very highly correlated. I think one goes down, the other follows suit. So if you want to short this name, um, I think that's also a possibility. But Visa looks like a more concrete short to me right now. So that's a wrap. And once again, this is not any financial advice. You're trading on your own risk. Please make sure you do whatever is comfortable to you. I'm just providing you with what I'm seeing in the market. And a lot has happened. And we have picked out some of the names that are looking very interesting going into next week. So until then, happy trading. I will see you back here then on Monday. Bye.